Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And here he is. And they'll be facing Sellout from the United States.
This bout is...
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Defense is not an option for these two. Crawford's legs are all over the place. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working. Here we go. It's round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. Just misses with that jab. A straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
These are my kind of fights. Boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford. There's the bell to start round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nobody home with that hook. The straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That counter shot lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You, all three judges here are going to give that. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
A perfect counter lands. Counter punches have to hurt. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
It's all offense all the time. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
A perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch right up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You gotta believe he can't win on the scorecard. And there's the bell for round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. Back and forth they go. A straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And that hook misses. Prevents that left uppercut from scoring. Beautiful counter shot. It just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell for round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's all offense all the time. The straight right just misses. Jab slightly off target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell to start round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch caught him clean. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. With that jab. Catch and shoot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What would you tell this? And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses of combat.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Stamina is off the charts. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
His stamina is off the charts. Punch, counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Good counter punch. Can't find a home for that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Did you see that? And that'll do it. A stoppage win over sellout. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion. So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination.
I really am.
A shot.